Welcome back to the channel, Farm with Nick. Thanks so much for joining me here on my custom dairy farm on Riverbend. And we have a lot of kind of odds and ends, some chores to take care of as winter here is upon me. And you can see we're in the month of December. You can see our fields are looking good. This one over here by the house, you can see it's nice and green. Kind of looks odd. And then our other hay fields that I've been working on, planted those look great. But you can just tell the difference from the other ones in the meadow there. Which, obviously I prefer the meadow look. I think that looks really good. But yeah, we're in the month of December here, so my plan is take care of some chores, and let's check out our cattle. You know, some need some feed and water and some straw too, so kind of take care of some of these chores here before it gets too snowy. But nothing in this forecast for December for snow this month for us, so not too bad. And then I might just skip ahead and see where we're at in January, February, and bring you back for those months. But I would like to do some snow removal and some plowing on this playthrough series. Alright, they're all set, and let's fill this back up. And who else needs water? Alright, let's go out. Our other pen out there needs some. And I'm still really liking this build. I know there's a lot of new faces to the channel that are kind of finding me through this farm build, and I appreciate all those new subscribers joining the Farming with Nick community. Appreciate that, and to all the other new subs too that have requested a farm build map of this and are playing on it as well. So, and if you're new kind of to the channel, and as you're kind of starting playing on some of the map here with my build, feel free to go back and watch some of my other videos, other episodes after the build, and kind of catch up on some of the changes I made. That way, if you're kind of like just tagging along now as I'm driving around kind of doing the cattle chores, you're like, hey, what's that? Or what happened with that? I thought this was going on. So kind of catch yourself up if you have a chance to, and see what I've been kind of working on, and hopefully I still catch everything that I'm doing, especially if I'm playing off camera. I like to keep everyone in the loop then of what I've been up to. So let's get this hooked up next, and let's get feeding our cattle. Alright, so we still have some feed in here. I'll probably just finish some of this up, but also refill it too. So if you've been watching this playthrough, I've been really enjoying the aspect. Well, the game actually gives you TMR without, you can see on my menu screen there, without the straw and the mineral feed. So I've been doing that, and the cattle are still at 100% health. So I've been kind of liking that. aspect of it. And alright. So we're out and get some more now made up. But I kind of like that aspect. That way I can still get the TMR. And that was just for some comment I read on a different channel's video, and I was like, hey, well, let's try that, and it has been working just fine. So if it gives me the TMR with just the 2 items, I'm okay with that. So you can see I have a bunch of silage bales here, and I just purchased those. I didn't make any of them yet, but obviously my plan is for those fields straight ahead to actually get some cuttings off of it, make some hay, and then also get some cuttings of grass to make that into silage. And then up here, I believe I still have some stuff, yes. So I have just a handful of hay bales and then some straw as well. So I figured I might as well use that up first. And then once I start creating my own, then I'll go back and load that shed up. That's what I'm thinking, I guess. And yep, there we go. So see, just gave me the TMR, so I'm okay with that. That's all right with me. All right, let's loop back around here, back to our pens. All right, make sure I go in the right way here. Sometimes when I'm not thinking, I just happen to drive through some of these cow barns when I'm going the wrong way in terms of letting the feed kind of go out of the wagon. Alright, and I think we'll go make up another batch. And let's see. Alright, yeah, so we need some more food. Just kind of loop back around here. And I really don't mind this kind of a chore. Just getting some bales in. I know I could, if you looked or noticed off to my left, there is a buyable multi-fruit station right there now. So one of the newer mods that are out, so you can buy anything really. So yes, I could just cheat and buy my TMR, place it right in there, and be on my merry way, but I don't mind this task. So after a while, it's like, yep, I kind of get the idea, but I mean, still, it's just how it's done. But I'm gonna do a couple more batches here of feed, and then at the end, kind of update you guys, have some ideas. Once spring hits, I want to expand the farm even more. Obviously, I'm going to use those hay fields. That's my big one. But I kind of want to branch off and maybe get some corn going and stuff too. Yeah, look at how you can see like the really bright grass if you're looking. Just looks odd next to the kind of grass that's all dried out and dying. So one thing you can notice, I am feeding this pen, and looks okay. I did not give them feed to start. I was just going to give them the meadow grass, but their health is down, so I kind of felt bad. I was like, well, I really could give them some feed now. It's winter, and even though they're not real cattle, I mean, I kind of felt bad. So even with the virtual cattle, I was like, oh, let's just give them some feed here. That way, hopefully their health kind of bounces back up to 100. Give it a couple months of feeding them. Usually it will. Alright, then they're all set. And then let's go back and make another batch. And let's loop around this other way. Yeah, the texture's really neat. I kind of like how they have the leaves there on the roads. Just looks cool. I like that level of detail. Alright, let's go this way. Sometimes I forget that this drive is up here to go around this way. Alright. Make up one more batch, and then we'll call it good for the cattle on this. Is it gonna take that bale? Maybe. Sort of mixing it there. Alright, there I did. Perfect. Alright, a couple more silage. And I know I have super strength on, and I'm just lifting these, which obviously you would need something to actually fork them into the wagon. You won't be able just to manually lift that much weight. That'd be crazy. Alright, and let's go back out now to our other barn. Feed them. Yeah, I wish that other grass, and it's probably because if you notice, like, that other grass is really bright green. It's probably because when I started on this, my intention was just to build a really cool farm and then maybe move on. But what happened is I built a really cool farm that then I wanted to play on it. So I think I took off seasonal growth. That was one thing. I think I took that off, so yep, they can take some more feed here. But that's probably why it looks the way it looks, is because of taking, I'm assuming, the seasonal growth off, and then that grass just stays like it is. Alright, let's check this field. Oh, still growing. Okay. See, yeah, something like that probably shouldn't be happening. Another thing, if you notice, kind of this pasture, I got rid of those weeds, those pesky weeds. So I actually ended up using the painting tool and then going and actually just planting grass. Now, is it perfect? No, there's some in the corners if you really look. But I love that look. That's like 100% better than what it was. So I don't know why it didn't register the first time when I did put in that pasture and I created the custom fence line for it, but it didn't come through and like register that it wasn't like a field. So if you are playing on this, I'd recommend switching that. But all I did, like I said, I went in here to the painting right there. I just put the grass in, and then it was just like the flat, you know, painting grass. And then I went through and I actually planted in the grass, and I'm pretty sure I used the $50 grass to match the opposite side here. So I think it looks much better, and if you are playing on this build, I'd recommend that if you haven't already done it. I mean, no one has said anything to me that they are doing that, but that's what I would recommend, just to kind of make it look, you know, more aesthetically pleasing, you know, without all those tall weeds, because I don't know, I just couldn't like see that anymore. I just had to get rid of it. But that's just my 2 cents on it. Just kind of going forward with that feel, but I think it looks much better. That's where I wanted it to be when I first planted and put in that meadow. So it did it with the other ones, but just not that with that cow barn. So there you go. All right, and let's get our straw spreader out here and get some bales into some of the barns. Now I know I could just buy loose straw now that multi-fruit silo thing is available, and that's over there on the other side of the farm. I could literally just put that into a wagon and then pour it in, but I don't mind this, and it's okay. I mean, if I have to go get some bales of like stuck on there. If I have to get some bales from the store and just do this, I'm okay with that. All right, and they need some. Okay. And yeah, let's just get them some. Alright, let me loop back around the opposite way. That way I hook into the barn. And then, I know, it'll give me the trigger either way, and sometimes I forget, but this way it'll trigger it in the correct way. I wonder if I should move this road. This road is here when you buy the property. I really could just kind of extend this straight away to the road instead of having to do that curve. I have to think about that. Instead of having to do that zigzag every time. That's kind of tempting to think, oh yeah, I could just build a little road in that way. Alright, there we go. So I am in the correct way, so the animations will flow. That looks better though. Alright, yep, and it's filling up. Alright, let me go into our menu. I just kind of want to see the milk. I think it listed in here. I know it's by the manure area, yep. So we do have some milk starting to produce. No manure. However, that manure should start to produce pretty soon because I did fast forward a handful of months. You can see the new bunker silo. That's the one that Giants made, so it should go fine and actually trigger and work. I put in a mod version and it wasn't working, so gotta switch that one out. Alright. And let's check on our cattle. They're looking pretty good. And yeah, 0% health. And that's probably me. So my little experiment in the meantime will have to be on hold, but I want them to be at 100, you know. So even though it says these ones are not, but they should be good. So we'll give it a couple months and see if it jumps up. Alright, let me just park some of these things off to the side. And then I kind of wanted to show you where I was thinking of expanding the dairy farm here. And at least its reach, so to speak. And I kind of want to stay on this upper side of the map. That was my thought. Not to go, you know, to the southern portion of the map, like south of the store area. Just kind of stay up in this area and keep all my fields pretty close to each other and not have such spaced out fields. But it can be done, obviously. So, alright. Now let me just kind of park off to the side. Alright. So, we have our dairy farm here. And then I expanded this way, bought some of these. I'm still kind of thinking of maybe getting that field up there, just because you have the access. You can drive up this way, and then really I could even use this like pad area right here and park some of my stuff up there. So I kind of like that. I've thought about kind of expanding over here. I mean, these are some large fields to go all the way to the left. But then my other thought was maybe I would go over this way. So, and there's some nice size fields to the right of the farm as well. So, kind of undecided. You know, you got to get around the farmer's market area to get to these other fields. But I don't know. I mean, decent sized fields. Maybe put some corn or something. Yeah, it's a canning factory back there. So, but yeah. Thinking maybe this way, just to try some different fields, other fields that I haven't played on, you know, or have worked up. So anyways, alright, so I think that'll do it for the month of December here, and then hopefully the next time I'm on the dairy farm again, we get some snow. Honestly, I have to buy some snow equipment. I don't even have any on the farm. Didn't think about that yet. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me here on the dairy farm. If you haven't joined the channel, I'd love to have you kind of tag along, and hopefully I see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.